So, I didn't watch the first movie yet. I'll do a reaction video of that at some point. Like the entire movie. No cuts. People have done that before. It's probably illegal, I guess now. But this movie, I'm not, from what I've seen clips of the first one, the red eyes and everything, it was like, what? Maybe it'll be different now. I don't know. But before I press play, the problem with the FNAF movies, at least with the first one, is instead of being, actually FNAF, it was more of like some modern day random director dukes. Here, I want to when it comes to so basically I was looking at the Facebook thing. It seemed like Scott Cawthon was genuinely saying no to like the directors wanted to do typical, maybe the directors want to do typical Hollywood stuff, and he said no. But he told them no left and right and delayed the movie by years. I remember 2014 or 15 was whenever he was working on the FNAF movie, and for years he was saying no, don't do this. He was fighting against it, and then I guess he supposedly says that the movie, when it was actually coming out and it came out, he said that's actually what he wanted to do. And from what I've seen, it's not like what FNAF is. From what I've seen, it's really more Hollywood horror-y, especially with the red eyes and the red Terminator, whatever, robot eyes instead of the black eyes, white pupils, black eyes. Instead of that, it's the freaking Hollywood robot evil. It's just the red eyes scary guys, monsters with red eyes. So I'm not, and I'll have to watch the entire movie, but the clips I've seen, especially with the kids, was stupid, in my opinion. I'm not much of a fan of that. It's not, it doesn't feel like FNAF scary. It feels like the freaking Hollywood type of crap, which Scott Cawthon said he was fighting against, and he fought against, and even won. He lied or something like that. I don't know. But for some reason, it became Hollywood horror. From what I saw. Anyway, let's watch this.
Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Definitely not the Freddy's I remember.
You're thinking of the franchise location. This is the original. Nobody's been.
Oh, wait a minute. Wasn't the first movie going to do the teenagers going in there? It was like 5 teenagers that go missing in the first one. That was supposed to be. I'm not sure if they actually did that in the movie or not. Because originally the script, at least Scott Cawthon's part of the script, he was denying everything else and wanted people to do his script. But, and supposedly he did. But basically, one of the things, if I remember, I'm not sure, I think it changed, but originally the main characters weren't they 5 kids? Or 5 teenagers, or they at least disappeared, and they're the 5 children, they're just teenagers. I don't know. I guess this is doing what he originally had intended.
For decades.
Nah, that Bloom Boy looks stupid compared to the actual Bloom Boy. What's wrong with Bloom Boy? The animatronics back there don't look great either. Okay, Toy Freddy is one of the only, maybe he's the easiest for Scott to work on, or whoever else, but what the frick? Toy Chica looks terrible. I haven't seen, and you can't just say, oh, it's hard for them to replicate this stuff in real life. You actually can. People have done crap like that before. People are so talented at that. He could have had people like that. Wasn't he a billionaire anyway? Didn't he admit he was a billionaire? So he could easily just fix, or he made billions, I think. That's what it was. He made like 4 billion or whatnot from FNAF in total. Now, it depends on what he's... And I don't mean that was his... whatever statistic it was. It was actually the money he made from the games. The first 4 games, when they came out, he made all that money. I think before this location came out, I even had an argument with someone, and I used that as an example for my argument. Point is, from what I remember, he had, like, billions. The argument wasn't FNAF. The argument was some gamer faction roleplay crap a long time ago, so I just used the FNAF. Anyway, let me give this an example. So basically, he made like billions. So I assume he could, afford, even if he has less now, I assume he could still afford those same talented people or people similar who could actually make the designs pitch perfect. Let's see Toy Bonnie though. My gosh, can't wait.
Some little girl got murdered here.
Some little girl. Ugh. Oh, cheaply made plushes. They're probably cheaply made so they can sell them, and that's probably why. Because that looks so cheap. Remember the plushes in the FNAF games, the first 4? Or first 3 or whatnot that had plushes? Or I think in the FNAF 1 and 2. Those plushes were amazing. They looked quality. Now I know there are 3D models, but people make them real life versions, and they look so good. And those just crap. The official ones, the movie ones at least, are crap. The movie plushes. Why is there a cave? Is that some trafficking thing underground, or like with the kids?
Hear what?
It looks like some standard, typical, freaking, easy to make freaking horror whatever present, or like in the plastic. Why is it plastic? Was it plastic in FNAF 2? Like it's like these are cheaply made prop versions. Didn't they spend billions or millions on this? Couldn't they have the design, like FNAF 2 and maybe it is. It doesn't look like it to me. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm not. So it looks so cliche prop, like it's a freaking. Let's. Now you need gears to open. Oh my gosh, it doesn't even open like it did in FNAF 2. Okay. It should be more like FNAF 2, but okay. They're gonna have red eyes too. I bet Puppet's gonna have red eyes, not gonna have the white dots. Like he literally, that's his entire eyes. Or even the Black Impy eyes socket. It's probably just gonna, red eyes or. That didn't scare me. That's not scary at all. Just her screaming and that's it. That's one of those cliche trailer tropes. Scott Cawthon had a way of making his stuff look scary. His trailers! FNAF 2's trailer! The game compared to the movie. The game's trailer was super freaking horror. And it was like the freaking Mike Kalal reverse audio music. That was terrifying. Then there's that crap.
So this is what it's like?
Being in a stupid freaking cliche pizzeria, cliche not looking like FNAF, freaking cliche present box, cliche easily explained freaking gears and things to make it, oh, this opens by this. They make it super simple to show you how everything works. It's like, instead of actually simply having the box, they can use CGI or practical effects to like have some string to actually have the box open, like actually the lid open. They don't even need to have freaking, and they could even use metal parts if they want, and it'd be fine. But no. Is Puppet gonna have razor sharp teeth? Are they just gonna give these people razor sharp teeth like this typical freaking horror thing? Horror trope?
Normal? I think we've come pretty far, considering what we've been through.
Oh no, this is taking with the stupid, the analog horror, not analog, is it analog horror? The freaking VHS horror tapes like almost everyone does that has Golden Freddy and some kid. Nah, they probably realized, oh, people doing that, we must do that too. Here's the thing with Scott Cawthon. He didn't just steal from fan games left and right. FNAF 6 did, but I mean, with the freaking, some of the mechanics, like with the looking around with the different vents, like the way it looked around was very similar to what was it, Final Nights and other stuff, because I grew up with this stuff. I was like a preteen or something when I grew up with FNAF. I wasn't some super little kid who grew up with like FNAF 2 or 3. I grew up with freaking FNAF 1. I was among the first ever Foxy fans. Heck, before FNAF even came out, I was watching Ventura Intel play it. Or not play the game, but they were playing Gmod with like some mods, and they're just, it was really cool. But I grew up with this stuff. I know all these different fan games, grew up with these different fan games. Ventura Intel even had a FNAF fan game. One of the earliest fan games was his. Homeless Goomba made it. Isaac did. Point is that I know my stuff. Scott Cawthon didn't just, at the time at least, didn't just steal freaking stuff from fans left and right. It just seems so unoriginal. Like, he had his own flavor of things. And I get other people working on this too, but you can't just say that, oh, everyone else working on it, they're directors, whatnot. He was making it clear that his script, he would do what he wants. He doesn't want anyone else to do some stupid Hollywood tropes, and here it is. Hollywood tropes. If he made those claims, and he's not following through. It's not just like, oh, he's tired or whatnot, and he hired some random people, and he said, oh, these people are going to work on some stuff. I'm not going to do much about it. They'll work on most of the stuff. No, he said he was going to fight off all these different claims on the script. Oh, he's going to make sure his script is what he wants it to be in the FNAF 1 movie before it came out. That's what he said years before. Years prior. This case, it's stupid. Like, if this is genuinely, if this is genuinely his idea of this stuff, if he genuinely was like, hey, this is my script stuff, if this is script stuff, he's freaking taking ideas just because they were popular. The horror thing was popular with like freaking VHS tapes. The standard child with Golden Freddy next to freaking a child next to Golden Freddy outside of a restaurant. Multiple people have done that with FNAF VHS tapes. It's like a trope in itself with FNAF VHS tapes, and they did it here. So I mean, he changed. He used to be possibly a good guy, and he changed drastically and did stupid stuff. He's one of the reasons why the degenerate parts of FNAF community continued. He made some games that basically was like, yeah, I support you making degenerate sexual crap in the community, despite claiming to be Christian and, conservative, whatever it was. So, lust and all these horrible, sinful stuff he supported. So, of course he changed. Of course he did bad stuff. He even did that with Desolate Hope. And Desolate Hope, originally it was like, okay, the whole game was basically like, hey, killing babies is wrong. And then when people were mad at him and you got the pro-life stance, he actually lied, even though he admitted that it was a pro-life thing. And then he said, oh, actually, it's not about that. If people are pro-life, they're stupid or whatever crap he lied about. And then later on was proudly saying he was, when right before then with Desolate Hope, he was being stupid about it and trashing people who are pro-life. And he was saying, oh, it was just for people who, it's for babies who were miscarriaged. Not the aborted ones. It was about aborted ones. He admitted it beforehand, and when he got backlash, he immediately went against what he said. And then he claimed he was pro-life. Later on with freaking FNAF 6 or whatever it was at that time with the drama that happened, not about that game, but just about political stuff with Trump and whatever else he donated to Republicans. Point is, and apparently Democrat. Anyway, he sucks. So he changed drastically. He would lie left and right, even before FNAF. So, and of course, at this point, he's just gonna do stuff for money. And it's not like he freaking over and over milked the franchise originally, that is, because originally people begged him to make another FNAF. He made another FNAF. People begged him to make another FNAF. Whenever he was making FNAF 6, people were freaking in Walmart literally harassing him, wanting to force him to make new FNAF. People, and even when he announced FNAF 6 location, people were still getting mad that he was taking too long. Well, it took a couple months only instead of years. It took a couple months. I think like FNAF 2 did a couple months too. But Sister Location, didn't take as long, I don't think, but took longer than other FNAFs. But when that was coming out, people were freaking, mad that he wasn't, working on it sooner or, releasing it faster. He was working his best. He was being innovative. If you've seen my Let's Play of Sister Location, I haven't beaten it yet, but like my 2 video Let's Plays, I haven't beat it yet, but you can watch it. You can see what I've said, how innovative it was, and there was flaws in it. Is most likely because of the constant pressure he had and rush from fans. And the freaking rush. So it's not like, he was milking the franchise at that time, but eventually he did later on. But I guess in this, and I can't remember what my point was, but basically I guess he's just supposedly good and, did these, it's not like he was always bad, but definitely had stupid moments, and now he's just gone to a point where he just cares about money now. Originally, my point was it wasn't really about money. He didn't want to make it anymore. He was done with FNAF since FNAF 2. People begged him to make more, so he made more. And he did not want to make more, but, so it wasn't always about money at the time. Now it is about money. Back then it wasn't. Now he wants to milk it. Now he wants to do things people claimed he wanted, or when the drama happened, people were saying, oh, he milked the franchise just because the drama happened, when in reality that wasn't the case. It is now that he's milking the franchise and he wants money. He gives him money now. Money tempted him and he accepted money. Back then he did not. So the distinction, very important. But nowadays, he's for only the money. So that's why he's taking popular tropes from FNAF fans because he's unoriginal and he wants money. He could be original if he wanted to, but it probably wouldn't work out that good. Maybe it'd take too long for him to be original, so he's just like, screw it, I want it. Also, just because he realized he can get more popularity by having stupid tropes from fans. It's like, instead of thinking of your own twists, your fans make their own theories of the twist, and you just make that theory the twist instead of actually having the twist being, accurate to what you were originally intending to have a twist. And that's basically what's going on here. Instead of actually doing, what his style is, he just does a trope from fans to be like, hey, the fans were right about this, or the fans like this so much, we're going to put it in there. No, he should have been doing what his own formula was, not, being unoriginal and doing the fan stuff. Taken from fans, because he realized it's more popular that way. It cares about popularity and money. Let's continue, though.
How's Abby? Some days she's good. Some days she misses her friends.
And then the third movie, she's going to make animatronics, right? Or is that in the past, she's going to make animatronics now? I don't know, I'm assuming.
This story that you're going to fix those animatronics?
And then the little girl's going to be like super... It feels like this movie, she's probably going to be super intelligent. She's going to fix animatronics. Or maybe Golden Freddy, he was evil, but then she made him good by fixing him. I don't know.
Giving her phone.
Programming him.
Hope.
Can any of you hear me?
Is this some stupid freaking... one of those freaking paranormal devices? Yeah, no, this is more stupid tropes. More stupid tropes. The typical, the freaking... This is literally just a FNAF VHS movie. This is literally a stupid FNAF VHS movie. Oh, we have this typical stupid trope of, freaking on the freaking VHS stuff. They have the freaking... the trope of, the paranormal person goes over or uses a paranormal, a ghost device, and they're like, help us, help us. And then for stupid reasons, they just kill them for no reason. Sometimes it's... Most of those VHS... It's stupid.
Come find us. I will show you the way.
Oh yeah, so it's gonna be Blue Eyes now. Creepy blue eyes with like yellow, orange or something. Sunset eyes. The frick is that? Stupid.
Oh no.
So are they the ones who came over there then? Are they just random kids? Or they actually so they come over there to save them and they're being killed? So this is just like the VHS tapes. They're doing what they want and they get killed for it. Seriously. They don't even show Mangle. It's just stupid freaking... Or it's Mangle, but it's the other head. They're showing the other head of Mangle doing the... That's stupid.
They're out there, Mike.
Where?
Going out of the restaurant. Oh, goody. Okay. The evil monster escapes and tries to break into your house. That cliche. That trope.
Everywhere.
Is that a dude in a freaking puppet suit? Seriously? It's like a freaking cosplayer. What the frick is that? What the frick is that? Oh yeah, I think I saw like with the first... Was it? They had a first trailer or some other trailer where, yeah, Toy Bonnie. What the frick are their cosplays? They're terrible. They're cheaply made. But yeah, basically it's like Toy Bonnie grabs... Instead of actually using his hands or something... I think I made a joke about this like not a year ago, maybe like a couple months ago, that I think it was like clips or leaks, but basically like I made jokes of like, oh, like it's not on YouTube, but like him, like, instead of actually using his, actually animatronic self to kill people, he was gonna use like some screwdriver and human weapons instead. Freaking heck.
Where are you going to want?
Does Mangle even exist? Is it just the freaking endoskeleton instead? What kind of cosplay was that? It was a Springtrap.
I'm done with you.
These aren't scary.
There's no way that'll work.
It was the FNAF 2 mask. And I know, especially with Gmod, everyone thought it was the FNAF 1 mask, but before the renovation that FNAF 1 had, FNAF 2, you could even tell when you died that, yeah, that mask is your mask. Or you know, that's the FNAF 2 old Freddy mask. They even called Old Freddy head. Freddy did not look like that in FNAF 2 era in 1987. He looked like the 1970s, 80s Freddy, not the 93 Freddy, whatever it is. Did it try to attack with like no hands and it just looked like it couldn't even work at all? It's useless. Those stupid fake hands. What? Freaking wired hands? It just gets it together but doesn't actually do anything? Seriously? They try to like show like these scary moments, but they're not creepy. Not scary. What a joke. What a joke. What a joke. What a joke. I want to see the puppet. I want to see the dude in the suit.
Some days she misses.
Come find us.
Oh no.
It didn't even use his teeth. Use its freaking hand, arm stuff.
They're out there, Mike.
Where?
Everywhere. They're out there, Mike.
Where?
Nah, is that some skinny dude in a suit? It doesn't even look like skinny as puppet. It just looks like some dude. Like some scrawny dude in a suit. Looks like a scrawny dude in a suit. It doesn't even look like freaking puppet. It looks like some skinny dude wearing puppet. So, is that a skinny dude wearing the puppet costume? He's not as skinny as freaking puppet. What the frick?
Everywhere.